Here's some advice. Better done than perfect. And what's perfect anyway? Your perfect looks different from my perfect, and it doesn't matter. What matters is you just get out of your comfort zone and do it, whatever it is. And right now, it is your yogurt. It is your yogurt. It is your yoga. All right, so, just come to start. Just start and just start feeling better in your body. You really will. It does make a difference. And who doesn't want to feel better in their bodies? I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. We practice every day live, start to finish. It's 1 hour long. Stick around for 10 minutes. Stick around for the whole hour. Do some of it later. Do some of it now. Whatever works for you. But just do it. That's the big thing. The bottom of the screen says do what's right for your body. Don't hurt yourself. If something hurts, back out of it. Don't do it. Take it to a lesser percentage. Just say, that's not for me. I'm not doing it. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Just move a little or move a lot, but just constantly stay moving. Keep going. All our practices are different. Check them out. Every day is different. I hope you will like the practices. Today's is a little more energetic, but that's good. So come on up to a standing position. We focus on strength and balance in today's practice. Tuesdays and Saturdays is this energetic practice. So we're going to come up to standing, lock your stress number into your mind. All right, so stress. Whew, what's going on? You got your props, a couple blocks, maybe a strap, and have some water nearby too. Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. What's going on? Now bring your hands to prayer center. Just stand. Maybe you got a counter or a chair nearby. It's all good. Hands to prayer center. Just stand comfortably. Maybe close your eyes. Maybe you still need to hold on to that counter a little bit if the eyes are closed. Take a deep breath in and a deep sighing breath out through your mouth. Let it go. It's just yoga. Don't make it harder than it is. Be kind to you. Be kind to you by starting with coming up with a little positive affirmation in your head that you can repeat to yourself throughout this practice. Don't be hard on you. The world is hard enough. Don't be hard on you. Be happy with what you have. Just focus on your breath and allow yourself to enjoy the feeling here, the feeling of being just in your body, just the way it is. So what is your positive affirmation? Maybe it is, I am strong, I am trying, or I am a new beginning. Just hold on here. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a big breath out through your mouth. Let it go. And now let's start. Bring your hands to your hips. Feet about hip width distance apart. Shoulders back and down. Hands on your hips, a confidence pose. Take a deep breath in and a refreshing breath out. Start to come up onto the balls of your feet. Up onto the balls of your feet, down on your heels. Maybe come all the way down on your heels and lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. But just move in the feet, in the ankles. Hold on to a chair if you want to. It's your call. Focus upward. Lengthen up through your spine. So strong foundation is where it begins. That's why we always do this with the feet and the ankles, just to wake them up on the earth. You know, that positive affirmation, come back to it, own it. It is you. All right, let's plant your feet. Lift your arms high to the sky. Take a Tadasana, an extended mountain pose. Reach, lengthen up through your fingers, then soften through your shoulders. Spiral your pinkies in, lift up. We're going to do a lot of extended mountain poses. It's a nice big stretch. Interlace your fingers, palms up to the sky. Start to sway gently from side to side. It was called your palm tree pose. All right, so the word to think about today and the word to do today is the word walking. Walking. Everybody needs to walk. Everybody has to walk. You got to get out and you got to move. That's one great exercise. That and your yoga. So walking means just getting from one place to another. You got to get going. You got to take that first step. You got to move your feet. Your feet are your foundation. You got to keep them strong so you can take good steps forward and just get going on this journey of life. All right, so lateral flexion of your spine. How's it feeling? And then let's finish. Bring your hands down to your hips. Take a baby back bend. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine, chest up to the sky. Oh, breathe. Let it feel great. Exhale. Fold forward now. Let the air out of your belly. Let your arms hang heavy. Little bend in your knees. Decompress your spine. Shake your neck. Oh, just feel what you feel here for a moment. Put the bend in the knees and see how that feels. It does change the feeling. See how you like it. Shake your neck. Have your neck be loose. Just think of your spine. Think you're creating space in your spine. You got to have space to be able to move, right? And you got to move that spine. Still your body. Roll your spine up one vertebra at a time. Bring your chin up off of your chest. Last, as you come back up to a standing position. Arms are teed out. Do some arm circles. Awaken the shoulders. Little arm circles maybe to the back of the room, and then start to bend your knees. Kind of do it in concert with your arm movements. And the arms come down, maybe the knees bend, and straighten them when the arms come up. Breathe. Wake up the knees. We're going to do a half pigeon pose today. That's a big knee pose, isn't it? All right, circle your arms in the other direction. Bend in the knees, wake them up. Maybe it's a little, maybe it's a lot. It's all right, but it's something. And that's what counts. All right. Let's finish up. Arms down by your sides. Big coat swing. Twist from side to side. Let your arms be long and heavy. Look over one shoulder, then the other, and just twist. Focus on this controlled twist and the kind of the sensation of like wringing out a washcloth in your waist, right? Look over your shoulder, other shoulder, just twist. Move, wake up everything you got. That's what our little warm-up does. All right, let's finish up. Come back to the midline of your body and let's do a ragdoll pose. Hands to opposite elbow creases, fold forward. Remember the bend you put in your knees a little earlier? Maybe try that again. Let your head hang heavy as you look back toward your knees or even up toward your belly. Your feet are about hip-width distance apart. Bend in the knees or not, you decide. Maybe take it a little bit lower. And then start to sway gently from side to side. One elbow back toward one knee, other elbow back toward the other knee. Just breathe and awaken your body to the goodness that you're feeling and that you're gonna feel. Oh, and that stress number is gonna come down. And that's a good thing. All right, we've warmed up our body. Come back to stillness at the midline. Release your hands to your mat. And let's come on down to our knees and take a child's pose. This is where you just really get out of your head and settle into your mat. Knees can be together, hips back towards your heels. Bring your forehead down to your mat or to your block, which has brought the ground up to you. Arms down by your sides, palms face up. Soften the shoulders away from the ears and rest here in your child's pose in a classic variation. Perhaps your forehead comes down to your mat. Another variation, knees spread wide, big toes are still touching. Hips back to your heels, and the arms are going to reach long to the top of your mat. Use the block under your forehead if you want, or no block at all. Breathe deeply. Think of your lungs expanding out your back to the sides of your mat. Exhale completely as you send your belly button back towards your spine. Tailbone more toward the bottom of your mat. Push into your hands a little more energetically. Breathe in, breathe out. Perhaps close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose only. And feel how that feels. Enjoy the internal focus of that type of breathing called Ujjayi Pranayama. All right, let the outside world go. Just focus on what you're feeling in your body. Don't worry about how the poses feel. Just let the stretches and the strengthening feel great. All right, when you're ready, if you're ready, maybe stay in your child's pose longer. I'm going to come out of the child's pose. I'm going to slide my hands under my shoulders, bring my knees back to a neutral tabletop, tuck my toes under, and send my hips high to a downward facing dog. In a downward facing dog, your feet are hip-width distance apart, heels slightly elevated, hands shoulder-width distance apart. Your body looks like an inverted V. Send your tailbone up even higher. Let it feel good. Shake your neck and then pedal your heels. Push into the earth and let it be. Decompress the spine. Tailbone is lifted. Nice stretch in the backs of the legs. Still your feet. Walk your feet up to meet your hands, or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up to the sides of the room. Lift them up high to an extended mountain pose. Lengthen, strengthen, you got it. Put a smile on your face. Be happy you're alive. What a gift, what a blessing. Reach. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Remember your mantra, fold forward. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your shins. I've got to come a little bit higher because my arms are a little shorter, and just create a flat back. You want a back like a tabletop. Crown of the head to the front of the room, tailbone to the back of the room. Push into your legs. Maybe you're even up to your thighs, but just create a flat back. Take a breath in. And a breath out. As you breathe out, fold in half and walk your hands forward. Here's our first Chaturanga Dandasana of the day. But let me show you how to modify it. You could take it on your knees. You could hinge your weight forward. Bend your elbows, come down to a low plank. Inhale, press the earth away. Chest lifts, come to an upward facing dog. Tops of your feet on your mat. Tuck your toes towards your shins. Send your hips high to a downward facing dog. Breathe. That's a modification. Shake your neck. Let's do it again. Walk your feet up to meet your hands, or walk your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Lengthen here. Lengthening feels good. Breathe in, exhale, breathe out, and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Your back is flat. Press into your legs. Exhale, fold forward again, and do your Chaturanga Dandasana. Walk your hands forward. Maybe you take the classic variation of a high plank, pushing the earth away. Exhaling to a low plank, hugging your elbows in. Tops of your feet on your mat. Lift your chest up as you straighten your arms for an upward facing dog. Still an option to come to your knees if you wish. Upward facing dog. Flip the backs of your feet. Send your hips high to a down dog. Always take that opportunity, if you like, to pedal it out. Tailbone higher to the sky. Neck loose. Shake it. Still your heels. Walk your feet to meet your hands, or your hands to meet your feet. Sweep the arms up. Extended mountain. Exhale, hands to prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, walk them forward. Take the variation of Chaturanga Dandasana that speaks to you today. High plank, low plank. Push the earth away, upward facing dog. Tuck your back toes, downward facing dog. Pedal it out and breathe. Oh, how's it feel? Feet walk to your hands, or your hands scoot on back to your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Lengthen to strengthen. Let's go into a sun B. Bend your knees, reach your arms, act as if you're sitting back into a little teeny chair. Reach, and you could be literally sitting in a chair and going through this Warrior Two movement. Literally sit in a chair, or strengthen your quads here by just squatting on back as if you were trying to sit in a chair. Reach, chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands to prayer center, straighten the knees, fold forward in half. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, walk your hands forward, and do your Chaturanga Dandasana sequence. 4 poses. It's a high plank, pushing the earth away. Exhale into a low plank. Push into the earth for an upward facing dog. Tuck your back feet, hips go high, down dog. Little bit of a pedal here. Right leg kicks high. Sweep it through to a low lunge. Bring the foot in between the 2 front hands. Stand on up, spiral the back foot down. Legs are spread, right toes to the top right corner of your mat. Back foot planted at a 90 or 45-degree angle, whatever feels better for your hips. Bend the right knee generously. Left hip back, tee out your arms. Take a Warrior Two pose. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Settle in here. Low body, keep it as if it were in cement. Lengthen up and settle in. Maybe wiggle your right toes a little more to the top of the mat, working your right thigh a little more parallel to the earth. Lengthen up, turn your head, look over your right middle finger. Lengthen up, exhale, reach far to the front of the room, then tick-tock your arms to a 6 and 12 position. Left arm lifts, right arm can be straight too as it points down to the earth, or put a bend in your elbow. Maybe that feels good. Oh, that changes how it feels in your left side. Check it out, see what you think. Look up to your left hand. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, reverse warrior. Right arm comes up now, left arm goes down your thigh, right arm goes up, look up. Exhale, cartwheel your arms, surround your right front foot, send the right foot back to meet the left. And let's go. High plank, low plank. Push the earth away, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips are high to the sky. Give it a little bit of a pedal. When you're ready, kick your left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge. Rise on up, plant your feet solidly. Arms tee out. See, you could be seated in a chair. You can see how this would feel. Sink the arms down, sink into the left knee. Hold on here. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Oh, exhale, settle in. Turn your head to the left. Look over your left middle finger. Reach. Tick-tock like a clock. 6 and 12. Push the inner left thigh open. Look up. Breathe. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm down, left arm high. Look up. Cartwheel the arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Hands plant around that left foot. Left foot goes back to meet the right. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Pedal, breathe, shake your neck. Feet walk to meet the hands, or hands walk to meet the feet. You do what feels good to you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Let's do it again. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach and sink lower. Reach forward and sink lower. Nice little counterbalance. Hands to prayer center, straighten the knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Back is flat, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat, walk them forward. Your chaturanga the way you like. Maybe high plank or on the knees. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Take it on your knees if you want. Tuck your back toes, lift your hips high, down dog. Pedal, feels good, shake your neck. Still your feet, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge in between the two front hands. Rise on up, turn to the left, plant your feet, wiggle your right toes forward, tee out your arms, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, settle in. Inhale, lengthen, turn your head to the right, exhale, reach, tick-tock, low arm can be bent or straight. Look up, inhale, reverse warrior. Keep looking up to the right hand now. Exhale, cartwheel the arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Right foot goes back, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Pedal, breathe, take advantage of this down dog. Downward facing dog is said to possibly be a relaxing position. A relaxing pose. A pose in which, perhaps to catch your breath, still your feet, left leg kicks high, sweep it through, low lunge, rise on up, warrior two on this side. Arms tee out, sink low, look left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach left. Tick-tock, 6 and 12, look up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm up, right arm down. Exhale, cartwheel time. Let the arms surround the front foot. Left foot back to meet the right. And you can come to your down dog or high plank, low plank. Push the earth away, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, hips are high. Breathe, pedal it out. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. One more time, come on now. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Bend the knees. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands to prayer center, straighten the legs, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga Dandasana. High plank or your variation, low plank. Push the earth away, up dog. Tuck the back feet, down dog. Pedal, shake the neck. Breathe, you're strong, tailbone high. Come on, you can do it, don't quit. Right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through. Your way. Come on up. Warrior two. Right toes, left foot, sink low. Inhale, lengthen, look to the right. Exhale, reach. Tick-tock, 6 and 12, look up. Inhale, reverse. Right arm high, left arm low. Exhale, cartwheel the arms, surround the front foot, send it back to meet the left, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog as you inhale, exhale, down dog. Pedal, breathe, let it feel good. Pedal, relax, find peace here. Left leg, kick it up. Exhale, sweep it through. Inhale, rise up. Tee out the arms. You know this by now. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look left and reach. Tick-tock, 6 and 12 and look up. Inhale, reverse, right arm down, left arm up. Exhale, cartwheel the arms. Surround the left foot. Left foot goes back to meet the right. High plank, your way. High plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out and breathe. Shake your neck and breathe. Bend your knees, bear plank. Hover the knees above the mat. Push the earth away. We did this yesterday. It's all good. Now come on down to your knees. Have a seat on your heels in Thunderbolt or whatever feels good, and grab a drink. That was good. We did 3 sun A's and 3 sun B's. Whew, how you doing? That's our warm-up. Yeah, that's the warm-up. You're strong. If you took it in the chair, you're strong. If you took it on your knees, you're strong. Whatever you did, it's awesome. All right, grab a drink. Hi, Betty, Lynn, Stan, Lori, Kelly, Tammy, Rena, Tina, Marietta, Tom, and Barbara. I'm glad you're here. All right. That's it. Let's have a drink. Let's do our core poses. The usual little core sequence that we do. You could use your strap if you like for your boat pose. If you're familiar with that, if you don't know how to do it, come back another day. I'll show you. Soles of the feet touch. Knees bent, knees open to the sides of the room. Hands to prayer center. Good time for your mantra. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, recline. Come all the way down to a reclined position here on your mat. Fingertips lightly to your temples. Elbows open wide. Adjust your heels so you're comfortable, if this is comfortable. All right. Take a breath in and a breath out. Another big breath in. And then Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. As you exhale this time, come on up. Lift your chest on up, elbows open wide, and then come down. Up on the exhale, down on the inhale. Little lifts, little lowers, nothing terribly dramatic. Do it your way. Breathe. Remember to breathe. Most important part, breathe. All right. Maybe you breathe a little bit in and out of your mouth to let some heat go, because we certainly build up the heat in that warrior sequence. All right, let's come on down and let's do bicycle. You can keep your fingers right where they are. You can bring your knees together at the midline of your body. You can lift your legs on up, knees over your hips, shins parallel to the earth, and you can ride a recumbent bike. Keeping your shoulders down, drive through the heels. How does that feel? You really feel your tailbone down on the mat here. Another option would be to plant your feet. Keep those down. And remember the Supta Baddha Konasana sit-up, same kind of thing. Lift on up through the shoulders and bend one elbow toward the opposite knee, then the other elbow toward the other knee. So little twists here. You can put it all together by lifting the legs and bending opposite elbow toward opposite knee. How's that? And lastly, we worked on scissor kicks yesterday and extending the leg. Let's do that again. Straighten your legs and scissor kick them. Breathe. And when you're ready, let's finish. Legs come down, arms go high overhead, stretch it out like you're a big number 1. Palms touch, toes point, wiggle your hips and stretch. Time for boat pose, Navasana. Here's where you could use your strap if you like, bringing the strap underneath the centers of your feet and holding onto the edges like reins of a horse. I'm going to take my hands, place my hands low on my hamstrings, just above the backs of my knee. I'm going to rock and roll up, and you know if this is good for you or not to rock and roll. Check with your doctor. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, you probably shouldn't be rocking on your spine. But if you don't, otherwise, give it a go. Rock back and forth a couple of times. Nothing like movement in the spine to keep you young. You're as young as your spine is flexible, right? Remember that saying. All right, come on up to a seated position. You're still holding on to the backs of your knees. Sit on back, lean on back. Back is flat, neck is in line with your back. Don't round your shoulders. Back is flat. Little to no weight in your feet. Maybe lift your feet up. Maybe lift them a little higher. Recline in that beach chair. Maybe send your legs long and hold on here. Perhaps remove your hands and reach toward your pinky toes. Hold it here. Chest is lifted. Put a smile on your face. Little bend back in your knees. Hands to prayer center. Row your boat. Dip one elbow toward one side, then toward the other. Twist, twist, twist like you're rowing in a boat. All right, let's finish. Curl on up into a tiny little ball. Remember child's pose? Take this cosmic egg pose. Draw your heels towards your bottom. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Breathe. Maybe come on up to your toes. Think of hollowing out the belly to make more room for your thighs to touch your chest. And take the weight out of your feet. Maybe tuck your chin to your chest. Maybe forehead to your knees. Wiggle your toes. Maybe circle the ankles. in one way, then the other. Plant your feet on your mat, maybe crisscross at the ankles, hinge forward and come into your downward facing dog. All right, remember down dog, feet are hip width distance apart, heels slightly lifted, hands are shoulder width distance apart, push into the earth, put a little grip in your hands like a gecko, so a little bend in the knuckles, then shake your neck, loosen it up, pedal it out because that feels so nice. All right, let's do a lunge here. Still your feet, kick your right leg high, sweep it through as you exhale to a low lunge. So this time, keep your right toes pointing forward like they did earlier. Come on up to standing, but keep looking towards your right top, the top of your mat. Back heel is lifted. All 10 toes are pointing to that short top of your mat. All right, so now sink into your knees. I like to take it nice and slowly. Sink into your knees. Let your arms lift high to the sky, or keep your hands on hips, or keep it close by and hold on to a chair. Your bottom knee, the back knee, you can come down to it if you like, or stay slightly elevated. Lift your arms up to the sky, take a little baby back bend. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Let's take a little twist. Left elbow goes to the outside of your right knee. Hands are stacked, elbows are stacked. Put a bend in that back knee or come all the way down. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist and look toward your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist again. Look maybe to your hands or to your elbow. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist, maybe look over your shoulder. Come back slowly to prayer center. Come down to the bottom knee if you're not already there. Hands come inside the right front foot. Wiggle your right toes to the top right corner of your mat. Bring your back left foot onto the top of the foot, and let's go into a runner's lunge. Send your left leg long on the mat. Top leg, you feel like a lizard almost, right? It's kind of like a lizard pose. Bring your right toes to the top right corner of the mat as best you can. We work toward this every other day of the week when we surf with the blocks. So check us out. All right, hands on your mat. Open up your right knee to the right side of the room. So your weight is on like the pinky toe side of your foot. Press into your hands, stay here. Maybe you bring a block into the scene to bring the ground up to you. Maybe that feels better. Maybe you bring your forearms down to the block. Breathe in, breathe out. Maybe you use a half-size block or come all the way down to your elbows. Breathe. Open up your hips. And let's finish. Hands come back inside the right foot. Push the earth away. Let's go into a side plank. Send your right foot back to meet the left. Use your left arm as your foundation. Nice and aligned, shoulder over wrist. You can stay on your bottom left knee. Right leg can extend and your right arm can go up. You can extend both legs long. You can kickstand them so they're side by side and look up. Or glue your knees together. Send your right arm up to the sky. Lift out of your hips, look up to your right hand, and finish. Hands come down. You come back to a downward facing dog. Pedal it out, shake your neck, gecko finger grip. Still your feet, left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Rise on up. Hands on the hips. Bend into the knees, as much as you want. Maybe come all the way down or hover it above the earth. Arms go high, baby back bend. Hands to prayer center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Hands are stacked. Elbows are stacked. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Maybe twist some more. Inhale, lengthen. Maybe twist a little bit more. Push into your hands. Look over the shoulder. Finish. Hands back to prayer center. Hands inside your left front foot. Down on the back knee. Top of the back foot on the mat. Left toes. Wiggle them up to the top left corner of your mat. Right leg. Send it long and strong on your mat. Hands inside the left foot with a block or no block. Find the arm variation that speaks to you. I'm going to wiggle my left toes even more to the top corner. You can keep your foot solid and planted. I like to open it up onto the pinky edge side. Block can be used for the hands or the forearms. half size block, which is just, like half or 3/4 that size. You can lower down to that or come all the way down to the earth. Breathe. That's your runner's lunge. Let's press into the earth. Straightened arms. Let's go into a side plank. Send your left foot back to meet the right. This time, your right arm is your foundation. Take the variation that speaks to you. Legs can be long, bottom leg bent. You decide what works for you. Left arm lifts, look up to the sky, take your side plank. You gotta be the strongest when you're feeling your weakest. Tough pose, you got it. Stay strong and let's finish. Hands come down, come back to your down dog. Pedal it out and breathe. Whew, let's sneak in a Chaturanga Dandasana if you like, or just keep pedaling. All right, I'm gonna hinge forward. High plank, exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog on the tops of the feet. Exhale, down dog. Breathe, shake your neck. Let's finish, let's do some balancing. Walk your feet up to meet your hands, or your hands walk on back to meet your feet. You're folded in half here, hug into your calves. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain pose. All right, let's do tree pose. Hands to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. Your mantra, your positive affirmation. What is it? Say it to yourself. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Feel your feet firmly rooted onto your mat. Let's balance. All right, first pose, one of our favorites, tree pose, Vrksasana. Root into one foot, open up the other knee to the side of the room. Slide the foot up, however low or however high you like. Maybe you're balancing on the ball of the foot, having the heel inside the opposite ankle. I'm going to bring the foot up a little higher. Push the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Skip over the knee. You don't want to push your foot into sideways push on your knee. Not good. Push the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Hips should be equidistant to the front of your room. Hold on to a chair if you like. Hands can be at prayer center. Focus upward where the ceiling and the wall meet. Focus on something that's not moving. Hopefully nothing is moving where your ceiling and wall meet, but just focus. Don't look at the TV. Don't look at, if you're in a class, don't look at other students around you. Lengthen up and just be inside of you. Breathe. Think of a strong tree rooted solidly into that foot. Grow your branches if you like. Sway your branches if you like. Try a little bit of a challenge here. Maybe try to take a long blink or close your eyes for a moment or two. It is a challenge, but that's what life is, a challenge, right? We got to meet our challenges. And if you fall out a tree, fall out of your challenges, get right back in. End on a positive note. Hands back to prayer center. The key is not quitting, and you're going to quit. Bring your right knee forward. Plant the knee next to the other foot. Or plant the foot next to the other foot. That's what I want to say. Take a deep breath in. You're back in your Samasthiti pose. Soften in the shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. Other side, maybe gently blink your eyes open. Bend in the opposite knee. Turn it toward the side. Find what feels right for you today. Place the foot on the leg, but not the knee. Press equally from both sides. Lengthen up. Grow a branch and hold on. Grow both branches and sway. It's up to you. Focus. Maybe try the eye thing. A little bit of a blink or a lot of a blink. Finish. Hands back to prayer center. Lengthen up. Hold on here. Your tree is strong. You've got it strongly rooted. Nice work. Bring the knee to the front of the room. Plant the foot next to the foot. Take a deep breath in. Eyes open or closed. And a deep breath out. All right, that's your tree pose. Another great balancing pose is eagle pose, Garandasana. You could be seated in that chair. Bend your knees. Bend your knees like you're in that chair pose. Now here's what you can do with your arms. Hands to opposite shoulders, that's all right. Hands to prayer center, that's really all right. You do what speaks to you. Arms can reach long. They're kind of a little counterbalance so you can sink your weight back into your heels. I'm gonna start with my right arm sweeping under my left, or take those other variations. Bring your palms to touch and squeeze your elbows down. Look over your fingers. Looking forward. Right leg can lift. Right leg can cross, it's up to you. Take the top of the right foot and maybe hook it behind your left calf. Sink low, shoulders a little more over the hips. Squeeze everything down and tight. This is said to compress all your major joints, your elbows, your knees, your hips. And when you release, it just is a real nice rush. Feels really good. Hold on here. You could do the upper body alone or the lower body alone. You got it. Let's release. Foot comes down, arms go high. Tadasana, extended mountain, lengthen through the hips, take a baby back bend. Fingers go back up to the sky. We have another side to do. Come into your variation of your chair pose. Lengthen and sit low. Lengthen and sink low. I'm going to sweep my left arm under my right this time. Maybe you just do a big hug. That's good too. Palms squeeze together, elbows squeezed out. Look over your fingers. And then right foot is your foundation. Left leg lifts. Maybe you hold it right there. Maybe you cross it and squeeze high in the upper thighs. Maybe the left foot, the top of it, comes behind the right calf. Sink low and squeeze. Squeeze. Think of your shoulders expanding to the sides of the room. Tight squeeze in your hips and your knees. Everything's tight here. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then release. Left foot down. Arms go high. Oh, feels so good. Reach. Baby back bend. Arms go back up. Extended mountain. Hands to purse center. Samastitihi. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, root into your feet. Nice job. Another balancing pose called dancer. Big one. You can hold on to a chair to your side or in front of you. All right, here's the deal for dancer. Take it in layers and just try a little bit. Lots of different variations of dance, right? All right, you're rooted into your feet. Let's send your arms high. You got that. Lengthen up through your fingers. The right arm, start to sweep it around, drawing big circles to the back of the room. Weight into your left foot. Weight out of your right foot. When you're ready, bend your right knee. Bring the foot back. With your right hand, capture the inside. Ooh, I got a cramp in my leg. When you're ready, capture the inside of your foot. All 5 fingers on the inside of the foot. Draw your knees back together. Lengthen up through your fingertips and hold it right here. Now start to kick a little bit into your back hand. You're going to feel it through your collarbone. Feels good. Kick back, then kick up. And as you're kicking up your left arm, let it reach forward as a little counterbalance here. So you're kicking to the back wall, then you're kicking up to the sky. Find your dancer pose and then finish it. Right foot comes down. Both arms go back up. Ta-da! Sana. Extended mountain. Hold it here. Circle your left arm back around. Maybe this is where you stay today. It's good movement in the shoulders. Don't knock it. You're trying it, and that's what counts. You don't fail. You don't fail if you try. You only fail if you quit. Don't quit. Root into your right foot. Weight out of the left. Maybe that's where you stay. Maybe you reach around, capture the inside of your left foot with all 5 fingers, lengthen up. Knees, bring them back together because they want to kind of just shoot out to the side. Lengthen up and then kick back. Kick back, reach forward. You got it. Dancer pose. Hold it. And then finish it. Left foot comes down. Both arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Lengthen. Exhale. Hands to purse center. Fold forward. Inhale. Halfway lift. Back is flat. Exhale. Hands come down to your mat. Walk your feet back. Down dog. Pedal. Neck is loose. Shake it. Time for half pigeon. Ekapada Rajaka Patasana. Fun name. Send your right leg high to the sky. As you exhale, bring that right knee behind your right wrist. Send your left leg long on your mat. Find space in that hip. Top of the left foot is on the mat. Work your right shin a little bit more parallel to the top of your mat. Press into your hands and maybe find a block to slip under your right glute. That is there to keep both hips equal distant to your mat. Exhale, come on down. Bend your elbows. Maybe rest your hands on top of each other and rest your head on your hands. Think of consciously bringing your shoulders away from your ears, relaxing the shoulders. And as you exhale another time, send that breath to your hip. Let's come out of this pose. Other days we hold it longer, so check us out on a restorative day where we would hold this pose for a couple of minutes. Straighten your arms, remove your block. Tuck your back left toes under. Send your right leg back to meet the left, and then lift the leg and shake it out any way you like in a three-legged downward facing dog. Right foot meets left on the mat. Let's do the left side now. Exhale, left leg high, and then sweep it through, left knee, left wrist. Right leg super duper long with the top of the foot on your mat. Hold it here. Ooh, I feel a big stretch already in my left glutes. Maybe work the left shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat. Your left hip's gonna wanna, boop, come toward the earth. That's where you take the block. Slip it under your left glutes. Keeps your hips equal distant to the mat. Once you do it, it's like, oh, yeah, that feels right. And then bring your hands down, elbows down, rest. Shoulders are soft. Leg is long. Breathe into your hips and shoulders. No tension there. Breathe in, breathe out. It comes with time. You just have to show up. You just got to keep coming. You got to keep walking. You got to keep moving. You got to not quit. Press into your hands. Remove the block. Tuck your back right toes under. Send your left foot back to meet the right, and then shake the left leg out. Breathe. It's all good. Bring both feet down, hinge forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down to your belly on your belly. Hands underneath your collarbones. Legs are long, legs are zipped up, tops of your feet are on your mat. Head is at the midline of your body. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Press into the tops of your feet, but it's really hard to keep those feet down. But as best you can, keep them on the earth. When you're ready, inhale, lift on up through the shoulders. Maybe you have a little bit of weight in your fingertips or no weight at all in your hands. Think of squeezing your elbows towards your spine like you're squeezing a lemon between your shoulder blades. And then think of squeezing your elbows down towards your heels. Hold here, lift in your cobra, and let's finish. Come on down. Turn your head so your left cheek is on your mat and your arms are resting down by your sides. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring your head back to the midline. Bend your knees using a strap or your hands, or no strap at all. Just imagine reaching back there for your ankles. Lift a little out of your shoulders. Maybe you can reach for your ankles a little bit more. Capture the outsides of your ankles. Draw your knees together at the midline. Hug your heels towards your bottom. Empty all the air out of your lungs. And when you're ready, you're just going to kick into your hands. Kick into your hands, lift your thighs up maybe, gaze down your nose, balance on your pelvis as best you can in your floor bow posed on your asana. Come on down, knees and legs. Whew. Come down, turn your head, right cheek on your mat. Breathe in, breathe out. One more big spinal exercise, bring your head back to the midline. Bend your elbows, hands under your collarbones. Press on up, seal pose for just a moment, soften in your glutes. Come on up to standing on your knees. Find one of your blocks. Place it between your ankles at a nice high height. Hands to your low back like you're going into pockets of jeans. Push your belly forward. Squeeze your elbows toward your spine and look forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. I don't have to tell you that, right? Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Look up to where your ceiling and your wall meet. Look up overhead like a raindrop's going to hit you right between the eyes. You can stay right here. Maybe you reach your hands for your block. Maybe you reach your hands for your heels. Keep your hips lifted, gaze back to where the ceiling and the wall meet at the back of your room. Hands back to your low back, and then bring your shoulders over your hips. That was your camel pose. Take a thunderbolt pose, sit on your heels. Whew, takes a moment here, maybe either hands at first center or on your thighs, because that makes you a little bit loopy, that camel pose. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Let's come out of this thunderbolt. Nice stretch on the knees. Your knees are loving it, loving the rejuvenation, right? Send your toes high to the sky, legs long on your mat, seated forward fold. Arms go high, lengthen up, like from the waist up, extended mountain. And then hinge forward, parallel arms, reach, surrounding your feet. Feel how good this feels in your low back. I don't know how far you're reaching. You reach as far as feels right, but think of creating space in your low back. Reach, maybe capture your feet, your ankles, whatever you got. Hug your elbows in, and then a restorative forward fold by bringing your chin towards your knees. Inhale, come on up, shoulders over your hips. You know, sometimes things seem impossible until they're almost done. And then when they're almost done, you say, hey, I did it, and you're almost there. Let's go with a supine twist. Let's do bridge first. Soles of your feet are on your mat, hands to prayer center. Tell yourself something good. Lengthen up. Maybe it is, I am almost done. All right, come on down, recline, take it slowly. You got this. Once you're all the way down, heels up towards your bottom, arms down by your sides. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine. Whew, maybe stay right here. Push the weight into your feet and lift your hips up. Lift your hips a little higher. Tuck your shoulders a little bit more under your back. Breathe. Push the hips high. And then roll your spine down one vertebra at a time. Legs go long on your mat. Stretch it out. Stick pose. Ooh, wiggle your hips. Keep that left leg long, but this time draw the left toes toward your shin so it's your heel pulling toward the bottom of the room. Lift your right knee up and take your long arms, interlaced fingers with your right knee. Hug the right knee in. Circle your ankle this way and that. Left hand guides the right knee across the midline of your body. Tee out your right arm. Look to the right. Twist. Finish. Right hip comes down. Hug the knee in again with your interlaced fingers and circle the ankles again, one way then the other. Right leg, send it long on your mat. Draw the right toes toward your shin. And you feel like your heel's going another like 2 inches longer down the bottom of the mat. Bend your left knee. Arms high overhead. Stretch them out. Interlace your fingers and then bring them on down. Nice straight arms can capture underneath your left knee. Hug the left knee in. Circle the ankle to the right. Circle the ankle to the left. Get that mobility going. Right hands turn to take the left knee and cross over the midline of the body, rolling onto the right hip. Left arm tees out, gaze to the left. Ooh, nice big twist. Keep that left shoulder down. As you're ready, bring the left hip back to the earth. Hug the knee in. Circle the ankles again and again. Left leg goes long to meet the right on the mat. When you're ready, drag both heels up nice and slowly like you're dragging them through cement. Or molasses. That sounds tastier, doesn't it? Or peanut butter is even better. Draw your left knee towards your left armpit. Right knee towards your right armpit. Hold on with your hands. Arms are strong from all those chaturangas. Rock from side to side. And maybe that's where you stay. Let's take this to a happier baby, Ananda Balasana. If you like, still your hips at the midline. Bring your hands inside your calves or capture inside your heels. Send one leg up to the sky while the other leg is bent, and then do the other side. Extend the other leg, and then bend the other leg. Happy baby pose. Move your hips. Encourage that mobility. You've got to encourage mobility. Why would you not? You want to move. Movement feels good. Movement makes you happy. All right, let's finish. Send both legs high to the sky. Send both legs wide. Pinky toes come toward the closer to the earth. Legs are spread wide in a big V. Maybe take your hands inside your thighs and open them up a little bit more, and then finish. Legs back together at the midline. Ankles touch. Bend your knees. Bring your feet on down. Final Shavasana. Don't run out. This is a great pose. Heels to the bottom edges of your mat. Pinky toes fall open. Just let your hips kind of open up. Cover your eyes. Eye shade or your towel. Arms down by your sides. You know, kind of close, but not so close to your body. Just kind of let the heat escape from your body. Eyes are closed. Find stillness in your body. Maybe tuck your shoulder blades under a little bit. Maybe that feels kind of nice. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let everything go. Just feel almost like your spirit is soaring. Your breath is lofty, but your body, it's just spent. It is just a shell lying here on the earth. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Deepen your breath a little bit more. Really full inhales. So you get like a beach ball in your belly. Big full inhales. And then a really slow, full exhale where you imagine like your belly button going back to touch your tailbone. If you've got your remote control nearby and you want to stay longer in your final Shavasana, which I would highly encourage you to do, push the pause on your remote and just let things happen here. Deep breaths. If it's time for you to conclude your hour, let's do that. Take a deep breath in and a big sighing breath out. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. We've done a lot of that with the feet today. That's good. Start the movement to go up into the ankles and the wrists. That's even better. Strong, flexible, mobile, well-balanced foundation. Inhale, reach your arms high overhead. Point your toes, reach your fingers, stretch it out. And then bend your knees, bend your elbows, and roll into a fetal position onto one side or the other. Bend your low arms bicep. Rest your head there. Top shoulder is soft away from the ear. Savor a deep breath here. Full breath in and full breath out. As you're ready, float on up to a seated position. Eyes can remain closed. Hands, either use them or don't use them, but just be aware. Don't just automatically default to using the arms. Your body is strong, your core is strong, your legs are strong. Use them what they're designed for. Hands to prayer center, lengthen up. Exhale, time to soften up. Gently blink your eyes open. You did it. You didn't quit. You are done, and it was perfect. It was perfect because you did it. You didn't quit, and that's the most important thing. You finished. You ended. You accomplished it. You concluded it, and you won. All right, stress number. What was it? What is it? And remember, it doesn't matter how slow you went. But you didn't quit, you didn't stop, you made it. Keep walking, keep moving on your path because it's the perfect path. See you on your mats tomorrow. Love you guys. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. It's all in you. Execute it. Love you guys. Bye. Hey you, how are you? See you on your mats tomorrow. Good on you. You finished another practice. Awesome job. What can you leave on your mat today? After every practice this week, what can you leave on your mat that just isn't serving you anymore? Focus on the good, be happy, and leave the other stuff behind. Our practice, you're here. It's free for anybody and everybody. Tell your friends about our practice. Everybody can benefit from the yoga. It's all good. If you'd like to support our broadcast, check out our website. It's www.316yoga.com. See you on your mats tomorrow, and leave all the other stuff behind that doesn't serve you well. You deserve that. See you tomorrow.